So, I'm doing my project on Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, this is my brother. He's just gonna be here. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
Alright, so a little bit about Lin-Manuel Miranda. He was born in New York City, New York, January 16th in 1980. And he has one older sister whose name is Luz. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's L-U-Z, so I'm not entirely sure. And his parents is Luis Miranda is his father, and then Dr. Luz Towns Miranda is his mother. And he also has grandparents who lives in Puerto Rico, so he's of Puerto Rican descent. And 1 month out of the year, he would go in his childhood and spend a month in Puerto Rico with his grandparents. So that had a lot of influence on him and his music taste. He listened to a lot of Latin music. And the three types of music he listened to the most was Latin music, show tunes, and hip hop. Oh boy, foreshadowing. And he, Dan's nodding. And he got into show tunes because he lived in New York and Manhattan kind of his whole life. And he sometimes lived like right around Broadway depending. And he went to school there. He got like his first job there. So he's kind of like New York born and bred. And his parents loved show tunes because they couldn't always go to Broadway shows, but they would get original cast recordings. And so that's where he got his show tunes from. And then his bus driver, of all people, was the person that got him listening to hip-hop because he would sing and rap hip-hop on the bus to the kids. Like, that's a pretty cool bus driver.
Yeah.
Now they don't even let you play music.
That's sad.
So, and then because his grandparents are from Puerto Rico and he's of Puerto Rican descent, he listened to a lot of Latin music growing up, which also had a lot of influence on him. And some of his favorite artists and shows, I have them here, are the Unsinkable Molly Brown, the Beastie Boys, Jesus Christ Superstar, the Sugar Hill Gang, and Camelot. I mean, that's not a bad lineup. No. Alright. He didn't really have a lot of obstacles to overcome. Like, he had a pretty good life. He grew up learning how to play piano. He went to school. By 6th grade, he was already starring in musicals. And he continued to star in musicals throughout his whole school career, both in elementary and in high school and in college. So he had a pretty good life. For college, he attended Wesleyan. I think I'm pronouncing that, Wesleyan University, and he took both theater and English studies, as a lot of actors kind of tend to do. So, for his major accomplishments, he's written / composed / directed 4 productions. Daniel, as a Lin-Manuel Miranda fan, can you name all 4?
I can name like 2, possibly 3.
Alright, go.
So, In the Heights.
In the Heights.
Hamilton. He did 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street, there's one more.
I don't know if I can name the last one.
You can do it.
I don't know, man.
Bring It On, the musical.
I haven't heard that.
Really? Wow, that's something that about Lin-Manuel Miranda you didn't know.
I know.
Yeah, so he's written and composed 4 productions throughout his life, and he actually started writing his first play, which I believe was In the Heights, in his sophomore year of college. So already he's becoming like a playwright in college. Just kind of proves how genius the man is. So obviously a lot of people know Lin because of Hamilton, and one of the reasons it got so big is because it was the first hip-hop oriented musical of all, like, it's never been done before. He just decided to do it, which I thought was really cool. Hamilton also relies on a mainly Black and Latino cast, which doesn't often happen in Broadway, and just musicals in general. A lot of it is Caucasian people. He has written and composed the music for Moana, and was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Written Song for How Far I'll Go, and he didn't win.
Rigged.
Yes, rigged. I actually don't know who won the Oscar that year, though, for that. So, I'll have to look that up later. And in his short career of about 16 years, because he started writing in 2002, in his short career of 16 years, he's been nominated for 74 awards.
Damn, boy.
And he's 138. It's not a bad ratio. Daniel's excited. And that includes an Emmy, 3 Tonys, 3 Grammys, and a Pulitzer Prize. And Hamilton was actually the most Tony-nominated musical/play of all time with 12 nominations.
They won like 4.
No, they won 11.
They won like 11. I just remember watching 4 of them.
No, you were just so excited. I was like, they won 4, that's all that matters.
I blacked out at one point, I think.
Yeah, Daniel was very excited about it. And also, he performed Hamilton for Obama. Like, the president himself was like, I want to go see Hamilton. And
I would too if I was president. I mean, I still want to, but if I was president, I'd make them come to the White House.
yeah, and you could perform this song 72 times and go! Alright, so why do we really care about Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Because he's perfect.
Okay, besides that, like, he has works that are meaningful. So, Hamilton itself has the highest debuting cast album of all time, and it broke the record which Camelot previously held for 50 years. And if you don't know what Camelot is, Julie Andrews is in the original Broadway cast of it, and he beat Julie Andrews.
It's hard to be the queen.
Like I said before, it has the most Tony nominations of any play/musical. It also debuted #1 on the Broadway charts, #3 on the hip hop/rap charts, and #9 on Best Music, like a Best Album, just across the bar. The Bard. He has also used his fame to influence a lot of younger people, which is really cool. He was nominated with one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the entire world, which is, I think that's pretty impressive. And he's used that, he's written songs for charities and organizations that help people in tragedies. He wrote a song with Jennifer Lopez after the Pulse nightclub shooting that happened. And he went around on stage before doing the song simply chanting "Love is love is love," and just kept going around saying that. And he wore a rainbow shirt too. There's a picture of it. It's
that
everything.
Sounds like Lynn.
Yeah, it sounds like Lynn. And he also wrote one for Hurricane Maria that happened in Puerto Rico when people were without water and electricity. It was one of the worst hurricanes recorded of all time. And because he is from Puerto Rico, that really hit close to home, literally. And, yeah. And also, he's influenced a lot of teachers to kind of use Hamilton as, like, a history lesson. Because, like, what better way to show kids history than performing it live on stage with battles and Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton having a rap battle to decide whether or not to join the French Revolution. So, I mean, I think that's pretty meaningful.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's fun fact time. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Also, you forgot Ben Platt.
Ben Platt? What about Ben Platt?
So, Lynn and Ben, they wrote a song called Found Tonight, and it's a mixture of You'll Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen and Story of Tonight from Hamilton. And they did it for March for Freedom, I think it is.
Is that his new song?
Yes, that's a new song he came out with.
Is it bad I haven't listened to it yet?
Yes, it is. It's the best song. It's much good, very song. It's so good.
Okay, so we learn something new every day. So, I just know Ben Platt from Dear Evan Hansen. I didn't know he wrote a song with Lynn.
Yeah, that's Found Tonight.
Alright, ready for fun facts?
Yes.
So, growing up, his family couldn't obviously go to Broadway shows all the time, so we only saw 3 shows growing up that he considers the Holy Trinity. Can you name the 3 shows?
I'm gonna say Camelot, because you talking
Nope, not Camelot.
I don't know.
Think of, like, classic musicals, man.
Phantom.
Phantom is 1.
Les Mis.
Les Mis.
I don't know what the third one would be.
So, the 3 musicals he saw growing up was Les Miserables, Phantom of the Opera, and Cats.
Oh, okay.
You've never seen Cats, have you?
No, I don't really plan on it.
No,
I'm slightly
don't.
terrified.
Don't. I didn't like it, but... so he's also a huge fan of Weird Al Yankovic's, and he ended up doing a parody song called the Hamilton Polka with him, and he considers it one of his greatest achievements to date. What a champ!
Not even like performing for Obama, just doing a song.
Yeah, I performed for the President of the United States, but you know what? Weird Al and I did a song. He is also working with Alan Menken to write the songs for The Little Mermaid, which is also his favorite musical. He actually has a son named Sebastian after the crab. So, That's his favorite Disney princess as well. It's fantastic. He also sings songs to his son when he was 9 months old when Hamilton first came out, and his son would come see him sometimes. He would sing songs from Newsies backstage to him. Yeah. Just hearing Santa Fe in the middle of it. And when he was in college, he started a parody/rap group, and he would go into a pub and freestyle rap using musical theater suggestions from the audience, like from things like Camelot and Rent and The Unsinkable Molly Brown, because he had memorized all of them, and he would make a rap based off of those.
That sounds great.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight, Lynn? I'm going to a pub, I'm gonna rap about musicals. Why in the actual? And one of his jobs, like one of his like real jobs that he had before he was a Broadway star, do you know what it was?
No.
He was an English teacher.
Knew it. Goddamn.
Well, if you knew it.
Because nobody takes English for that reason other than to be an English teacher or a writer. So, might as well be both.
Gee. The poor kids that have, like, taken English in college. No one takes it. Like,
well, no, like, if you're gonna take English, they're probably gonna become an English teacher.
Can you imagine Lin-Manuel Miranda being your English teacher?
That'd be amazing.
Just him and Miss Weemark and Miss McKelvey just up there.
Oh my god.
That'd be great. That'd be a great English class. And one of my personal favorite ones is the idea for the song "Wait For It," which is a song from Hamilton. It was the longest song it took to write. It took him over 1 year to write the one song, but the rest of the musical he wrote within, like, a couple months, I think, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, you know this because, you know.
I watched a documentary on it.
You watch a lot more than documentaries, I feel like. I feel like you just watch, like, interviews.
I do.
Yeah.
I have no life.
And one of my favorite things about it is that the idea for the song "Wait For It" came in his head on a way to a friend's birthday party on the subway. And when he showed up to the birthday party, he literally said, "Happy birthday, I have to go," and left the party.
That sounds like Lynn. That sounds like Lynn.
You. I feel like you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, I don't want to be here.
I do that even if I didn't have to go write something.
Yeah, and then he left, he went back on the subway, and as soon as he got home, he started writing the song. And his wife, Vanessa, came out to him and was like, "I thought you were going to your birthday party." He goes, "No time, I have an idea for a song." And he left and just locked himself in a room and started writing down the idea for the song. So, that's all. It's time to say goodbye to our little Broadway show here. Do you have any fun facts that you would like to add about Lynn or Hamilton or anything? As being a Hamilton expert.
Lynn said that he would allow anybody of any gender to play any character if they were good enough.
So you're telling me I could play Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah. Just saying.
I want to play Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
Who would you be?
I want to be John Lawrence. Because then I get 2 parts. So do you, because you get Lafayette as well.
Yeah. So if you were John Lawrence, what's the other part for John Lawrence?
Philip Hamilton.
Oh, Anthony Ramos, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he die?
Yeah, he always dies in whatever play Lynn makes. Or he goes to, like, jail. Nothing good ever happens to him. Literally nothing good.
So you want to be the character that dies.
All my favorite characters die, man.
It's too real. Alright, we're done our rant. Bye.